Hi students, welcome to the next session. So already in trigonometry we finished trigonometric ratios, compound angles, multiple and submultiple angles and transformations. Now in today's session we are discussing the concept trigonometric equations. Trigonometric equations. Okay. First of all, what is meant by trigonometric equation? An equation involving trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions is nothing but sin x, cos x, tan x, like that. An equation involving trigonometric functions of a variable, either it is x or y, is called trigonometric equation. So an equation involving trigonometric function of a variable is called trigonometric equation. For example, sin x is equal to 1 by 2. It is example for a trigonometric equation. So here what is a variable? X is a variable and function is sin. Okay, or you can write like this: tan 2x is equal to 1. It is also example for trigonometric equation. Here also variable is x and the function is tan. Next, in this, the next definition is principal solution. See what is meant by a principal solution. See, generally if you take quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0, if you factorize this equation we will get two roots, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. So these are the solutions of given quadratic equation. Similarly in trigonometry also we have solutions, but the solution for which 0 less than or equals to x less than not equal 2 pi are called principal solution. See, listen. For example, if you take sin x is equal to 1 by 2, it is a trigonometric equation. Already we know the graph of sin x. If you take coordinate axis, this is graph of sin x function. It is always passing through origin and it should be 1. If you take a line which is parallel to x axis, so this line is y equals to 1 by 2, because y equals to, this is parallel to x axis. This line cuts sin x at two different points. So these two are called the solutions. Okay, now such type of solutions we can use. These are called principal solution. But here in this principal solution, the value of x is compulsory satisfying 0 less than or equals to x less than 2 pi. Why here 2 pi is not included? Because in ASTC rule, you start with 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. From this diagram, 0 and 2 pi both are same. Already here 0 is included. Why? Because equal to is there. That's why here no need to include 2 pi. Why? Because in this diagram 0 and 2 pi both are same. That's why here 2 pi I am not taking equal to. That's why 0 less than or equals to x less than 2 pi. So these are called principal solution. So from this graph we know that sin x function, cos x function both will repeat after interval of 2 pi. See here, sin x function, cos x function will repeat after interval 2 pi. Why? Because sin function is positive in the first quadrant, sin function is positive in the second quadrant, sin function is negative in the third quadrant, and sin function is negative in the fourth quadrant. If you start from 0, ends with 2 pi, one complete revolution will come over. That is nothing but after 2 pi only the sin function values will repeat. Similarly, if you take cos function, in first quadrant it is positive, second quadrant it is negative, third quadrant it is negative, fourth quadrant it is positive. If you start from here, this is the complete revolution. After this complete revolution only, the cos x values will repeat. Similarly, I am writing here the third function. I am not explaining about secant, cosecant, cot. If you know sin, cos and tan, if you take the reciprocal, you will get the secant, cosecant and cot. So the tan x function will repeat after interval of not 2 pi, pi. Why? Because tan is positive here, first quadrant, tan is negative in the second quadrant, again tan is positive in the third quadrant, and tan is negative in the fourth quadrant. See here, in first quadrant it is positive, second quadrant is negative, again if you come to third quadrant it is positive. I will give a simple example. I am taking tan 45, it should be 1. Now I am taking tan 225, it is also 1. Now here 1 is repeated. Where 1 is repeated? In for 225 it is repeated. 225 belongs to which quadrant? It is third quadrant. That's why tan x function values will repeat after interval of pi. Sin x and cos x values will repeat after the complete rotation, that is nothing but 2 pi. Next, what is meant by general solution? What is meant by general solution? Principal solution already we discussed. What is general? A solution involving integer small n such that it gives all possible solutions of given trigonometric equation. Why? Because if you take sin x is equal to 1 by 2, when sin value 1 by 2 will come? See here, sin x is equal to 1 by 2. Because I am taking sin 30 value is 1 by 2. This is the one of the solution for this. Similarly, I am taking sin 150. This is also 1 by 2. There is not one solution, we will get more. Instead of representing all, we have a notation. In that notation, we are including a integer, that is small n, which gives all possible solutions of given trigonometric equation, that is called general solution of a given trigonometric function equation. Okay, right. Okay, next, in this first one, if sin x is equal to 0, this is a given trigonometric equation, then the general solution is x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to integer. Some textbooks they given I also, that is also integer, but actual z is correct, because in earlier we learned integer is nothing but z. So either it is positive integer or negative integer also, both will include. See, listen, I will explain why the general solution will be n pi. If you take the quadrants, now this is 0, it is pi by 2, and this is pi, and this is 3 pi by 2. Again here 2 pi will come, again here 3 pi will come, here even multiples will come, 4 pi, 6 pi, like that. Here you will get odd multiples will get. Generally sin function is 0 for these angles, not the angles on a vertical line, because sin 90 will be 1, but here 0 is a, sin 0 is 0, sin 180 is 0, sin 360 is 0, means sin x is equal to 0 will exist on a horizontal line. So if you take the exist on a horizontal line, I am starting here, I am measuring the angle in anti-clockwise direction. If the angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction, that can be considered as a positive angle. If you measure the angle in clockwise direction, that can be considered as a negative angle. Why? Because here I mentioned n is integer, that is nothing but n value we can take plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, or you can take minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. First I am giving explanation. If you take the rotation in this direction, this is pi. Again, if you take like this, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, these all are correct. Pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on. These are the positive angles. Why? I took the rotation in anti-clockwise direction. If you take the diagram here, 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. If you measure the angle in this direction, this angle is pi only, but we are measuring the angle in clockwise direction. That's why when the clockwise direction, if you added, minus symbol will come. Now that angle will be minus pi. Minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, minus 4 pi, minus 5 pi, minus 6 pi. Understood why minus is added here? Here measuring the angle in which direction, that is clockwise direction, that can be considered as a negative angle. That's why pi, 2 pi, 3 pi all will get, as well as 0 will get, minus pi will get, minus 2 pi will get, minus 3 pi will get. These all are the solutions. Okay? Instead of writing all these, here you observe the multiples of pi, 0, 1, 2, 3, as well as minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. These all are what? Integers. That's why I write the solution is x equals to n pi, where n belongs to integer. So this is the proof of the general solution of sin x is equal to 0. Then we can write x is equal to n pi. Similarly, second one, if cos x is equal to 0, then the general solution is x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to z. Here also same. If you take, this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi, like this. When sin cos value 0 for 90 and cos value 0 for 270 also. Means here the angles are exist on a vertical line. Now this is 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, like this. So these all are the angles. At these angles, the cos value is 0. That's why these all can be considered as a solutions. But here also same measurement, I am taking the angle in anti-clockwise direction, you will get the values are positive angles. If you measure the angle in clockwise direction, again negative value also will come. For example, here n is what? Integer. Integer means you can take positive as a negative. If you take n equals to minus 1, you substitute here 2 into minus 1, minus 2, minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, minus 1 into pi by 2. Now it becomes minus pi by 2. Why it is minus pi by 2? Because here the angle is measured in clockwise direction. If the angle is measured in clockwise direction, negative symbol will come. This is pi by 2 and direction is clockwise. Now the total angle will be minus pi by 2. So finally, cos is 0 for the angles which are present on a vertical line. That is nothing but odd multiples of pi by 2. 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, all will include. Why only positive? Negative also we can take. So if you take the direction in clockwise, you will get minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, like that. So these are the solutions of cos x equals to 0. I am explaining the third one. It is also same method. If tan x is equal to 0, then the general solution is x is equal to n pi. N belongs to z. See, listen, for sin and tan both are same. Why? Because tan can be written as sin by cos. When sin value 0, obviously tan value also will be 0. So that's why the tan is 0 for the angles n pi. Why? Because tan is 0 for 0, pi, 2 pi, next 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. Similarly, you can take negative also. At these angles, tan value will be 0. Instead of writing all these, I am writing n pi. where n belongs to integer. So these are the general solution of these three functions. I am not explaining cosecant, secant and cot in this concept. Why? If for example the question is given cosecant x is equal to 2, you need to convert this equation into sine. That implies I can write sin x is equal to 1 by 2, because cosecant is reciprocal of sine. We know the general solution for sine. That's why if any cosecant function is there, you convert into sine. Any secant function is there, you convert into cos. Any cot function is there, you convert into tan. So these are the three general solutions. Sin x is equal to 0, x is equal to n pi. Cos x is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Here what is this 2n plus 1? It indicates odd number. Okay. Next, if tan x equals to 0, then the general solution is x is equal to n pi. Sin and tan both are same. Okay, right. Next, fourth one. The first three general solutions, the right side is equal to 0. Now we are discussing another three, that is right side is any value. Sin x is equal to 2, sin x is equal to 1 plus 2 is not possible, sin x is equal to 1 by 2, sin x is equal to 1, that way. If sin x is equal to sin y, or you can write sin x is equal to k, then x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into y, where n belongs to integer. This is the general solution. Some textbooks they will give sin x is equal to k. That is also correct, that is value. Here also sin y also value. Why I am converting into sine? The left side function is already in terms of sine. If you convert right side also in terms of sine but within the range, then you can get the value, so principal solution easily. See, listen, the condition is sin x is equal to sin y. It can be written as sin x minus sin y is equal to 0. Already in transformations we discussed few formulas. In that formula I am using sin c minus sin d. The formula for sin c minus sin d is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. In place of c we have x, in place of d we have y. Now substitute 2 cos x plus y by 2 sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. You send 2 that side. The product of two numbers is equal to 0 means either first one 0 or second one 0. First I am taking cos x plus y by 2 is equal to 0 over r sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. Just now we discuss the general solution. If cos x is equal to 0, see, if cos x is equal to 0, the general solution is x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. But here in place of x we have what? X plus y by 2. That's why you can write x plus y by 2 is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Similarly, if sin x is equal to 0, we know the general solution x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. In place of x, what we have? X minus y by 2. Then x minus y by 2, that is not equal to n pi. If you cross multiply here, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Okay. Now x plus y is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi. ORR x minus y is equal to 2n plus 1. Now you send plus y that side. X is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi minus y you will get. Here you send minus y that side. X is equal to 2n pi plus y will come. You remember one important point. This indicates odd number. This 2n indicates even number. That's why it can be written as x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi. Here what is the symbol minus? This minus I am writing minus 1 power 2n plus 1. Why? This 2n plus 1 is which number? Odd number. Minus 1 power odd number will give answer minus 1. Lesson important. This minus I am writing in the form of minus 1 power 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1 is which number? Odd number. Minus 1 power odd number is minus 1. Similarly, ORR x is equal to second one 2n pi. Here symbol is what? Plus. That's why it can be written as minus 1 power 2n. Why? Because 2n is even number, minus 1 power even number it will give plus 1. Now merge these two equations. How to merge? It indicates the solution for odd numbers. It indicates the solution for even numbers. Why? Because here the value is 2n plus 1. Here the value is 2n. So this is odd, this is even. I am joining these two equations. We will get x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into y, where n belongs to integer. What is the meaning of this? If n is even, we will get one solution. If n is odd, you will get this solution. So merging by adding these two solutions, the final solution for sin x is equal to sin y, we can write x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into y. No need to remember the proof. Proof is not important. You remember only the central solution formula. Similarly, fifth one. If cos x is equal to cos y, or you can write cos x is equal to k also, no problem. Then x is equal to 2n pi plus r minus y. Some books they given alpha also. That is also correct. Alpha is a principal solution. See how to prove. They given cos x is equal to cos y. From this we can write cos x minus cos y is equal to 0. It is in the form of cos c minus cos d. What is the formula for cos c minus cos d? Minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. In place of c we have x, in place of d we have y. Apply the formula minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2 is equal to 0. You send minus to that side. Don't say minus 2 go to that side becomes plus 2. No, it is multiplying, it go to that side, dividing 0 by anything, it will be 0. Now the product of two numbers 0 means either first one 0 or second one 0. Already we know the general solution for sin x is equal to 0. What is general solution? X is equal to n pi. In place of x, what we have? X plus y by 2. That is equal to n pi over r. Here also, in place of x, what we have? X minus y by 2. That is equal to n pi. If you simplify this, cross multiply, then you will get x is equal to 2n pi minus y over r. X is equal to 2n pi plus y. If you match these two equations, you will get x is equal to 2n pi plus r minus y, where n belongs to z integer. This is the general solution of cos x is equal to some value, that is nothing but cos x is equal to cos y. Next, sixth one, if tan x is equal to tan y, then x is equal to n pi plus y, where n belongs to integer. Okay, see, listen, they given tan x is equal to tan y. It can be written as tan x minus tan y is equal to 0, but we don't have formula for tan a minus tan b. Tan c minus tan d formula is not there. That's why you can convert the tan in terms of sine. Similarly, the tan y also can be written as sin y by cos y is equal to 0. Now, if you take LCM, cos x, cos y is LCM. If you cross multiply sin x into cos y, you will get minus cos x into sin y, you will get is equal to 0. You multiply this side, it becomes 0. Now what is remaining? Sin x cos y minus cos x sin y is equal to 0. It is in the form of sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b is formula for sin of a minus b. Already we know the general solution for sin x is equal to 0 is x is equal to n pi. In place of x, we have x minus y. That's why it can be written as x minus y is equal to n pi. Send minus y this side. Now you will get x is equal to n pi plus y, where n belongs to z. So this is the general solution for tan x is equal to some constant. Okay. Now we will discuss few problems. And one more important point, when the question is asked for principal solution, you need to remember x value will get 0 less than or equals to x less than 2 pi in this range only. How many principal solutions will exist? 2 principal solutions will exist. Why 2? Because if sin x is equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is positive. Sin is positive in which quadrant? Sin is positive in first quadrant as well as second quadrant. That is nothing but we will get one solution in first quadrant, one more solution in the second quadrant. For example, if you take negative, sin x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Sin is negative in which quadrant? Sin is negative in third quadrant as well as fourth quadrant. Again, how many solutions will get? 2 solutions will get. That's why you will exist 2 principal solution for every trigonometric equations. Okay, right. Now, okay, we'll start problems based on this general solution concept and principal solution. First question. Find the principal solutions, because two will exist, of the equation sin x is equal to root 3 by 2. See here, root 3 by 2 is positive. You need to perfect ASTC rule and table. This is positive. Very clear. Now, sin is positive in which quadrant? I will draw the rough diagram. 0, 90 is nothing but pi by 2, 180 is nothing but pi, 270 is nothing but 3 pi by 2, 360 is nothing but 2 pi. Now, according to ASTC rule, sin is positive in first quadrant as well as second quadrant. That's why we will get two principal solutions. One principal solution we will get in first quadrant. One more principal solution we will get in second quadrant. What is first quadrant range? Between 0 to pi by 2, 90. And second quadrant, pi by 2 to pi. That is nothing but 90 to 180. So first, I am writing here, first quadrant I am taking. Sin x is equal to, the right side value is what? Root 3 by 2. In first quadrant, for which angle you will get root 3 by 2? In table we know sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. 60 belongs to which quadrant? First quadrant. Now I can write sin x is equal to sin 60. 60 is nothing but pi by 3. Okay. Now you will get x is equal to pi by 3. This is one principal solution. Now similarly, sin x is equal to, in second quadrant, for which angle you will get root 3 by 2. If you are able to do, you do directly, or otherwise you can apply the concept is ASTC rule. See, actually I wrote sin x is equal to sin pi by 3, already we know. We have one formula in ASTC rule. What is that? Sin pi minus theta is nothing but sin theta. Why? Because pi minus will go to which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant sin is positive. Now this can be written as sin of pi minus theta. Now sin x is equal to sin of pi minus, in place of theta what we have? Pi by 3. Now sin x is equal to sin of, if you simplify this, 3 pi minus pi, now we will get 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is nothing but 120. 120 is lies in second quadrant, because between 90 to 180. Then finally we got 2 pi by 3. So these two are called principal solution. Therefore, principal solutions are pi by 3 and 2 pi by 3. Here one more thing, if you don't know this pi plus theta, pi minus theta, you know one value between 90 to 180 directly you can take. For example, I am telling what is the value of sin 120. You do it. Sin 120 what will write? Sin 180 minus 60. 180 minus second quadrant sin is positive, that is nothing but sin 60. Sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. So 120 can be written in 2 pi by 3. If you remember directly, you can do, otherwise you can apply this concept. So these are the principal solutions of sin x is equal to root 3 by 2. Next, you need to perfect trigonometric table, that is nothing but 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, as well as after 90, 120, 150, 270, these angles also with the help of ASTC rule. Okay. Next, find the principal solutions. Will exist two principal solutions of the equation tan x is equal to minus 1 by root 3. See here, the function is tan. Tan is negative. Why minus symbol is there? According to ASTC rule, tan is negative in which quadrant? I will draw the rough diagram. 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. In first quadrant, all are positive. Second quadrant, tan is negative. Why? Because second quadrant, which are positive? Sine and cosine. Third quadrant, tan is positive. Fourth quadrant, tan is negative, according to ASTC rule. Now, you will get two principal solutions. One solution in second quadrant, one solution in fourth quadrant. What is the range of the second quadrant? Between 90 to 180. Between 90 to 180, for which value you will get minus 1 by root 3. Already, when tan value is plus 1 by root 3, we know clearly. By using table, in 10th standard also we know. What is the value? Tan 30. 30 can be written as tan pi by 6. If you take pi by 6, you will get 1 by root 3. But what we have? Minus 1 by root 3. That's why we can write tan of pi minus pi by 6. Why pi minus pi by 6 are? Tan 180 minus will go to which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant tan is negative. Now pi minus pi by 6. If you simplify, what you will get? 6 pi minus pi. That is nothing but 5 pi by 6 will get. We will see 5 pi by 6 is nothing but 150. 150 is lies in second quadrant. Yes, second quadrant range is 90 to 180. Okay, like that we can verify for the function. So I am writing here. Listen, tan is negative. Tan is negative in which quadrant? Second quadrant, fourth quadrant. Second quadrant is nothing but we can write pi minus theta. Don't take pi by 2 plus theta, that is also correct. But this is angle on a vertical line. Already we know that if angle on a vertical line, function will change. That's why I am not using pi by 2 plus theta. This is nothing but pi minus theta. Similarly, tan is negative in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant I can write 2 pi minus theta. I am not including this. If we include these two angles, function will change. That's why this is 2 pi minus theta we can write. Now I am writing tan x is equal to minus this 1 by root 3 can be written as tan 30 Okay. Now here I am dividing this into two parts. In one part I am writing pi minus theta. In another part I am writing 2 pi minus theta. Now tan x is equal to tan pi minus theta. What is theta? We have pi by 6. Here tan x is equal to tan of, here what I can write? 2 pi minus theta, that is nothing but 2 pi minus, what is theta? We have pi by 6. Now simplify. Tan x is equal to tan 6 pi minus pi, that is nothing but 5 pi by 6. Then x is equal to 5 pi by 6. This is one principal solution. Now simplify this. Tan x is equal to tan of 6 into 2, 12 pi minus pi, that is nothing but 11 pi by 6. Then x is equal to 11 pi by 6. So these are the principal solution. You need to verify the principal solution is always lies between 0 less than or equals to x less than 2 pi. This value is 150. This value is 330. 150 is lies between 0 to 360. Is it correct? Yes. 330 also lies between 0 to 360. Yes. The final answers are satisfying this condition. So these two are called the principal solutions of the given trigonometric equation. Therefore, principal solutions are 5 pi by 6, 11 pi by 6. Don't confuse, here I am writing the angles in radians, not in degrees. Okay. Okay. Next question. Find the solution. Here principal solution or general solution not mentioned, that's why I am finding general solution of sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Okay. Listen. Sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Sin is negative. See here, sin is negative in which quadrant? 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Sin is negative in third quadrant and fourth quadrant. First quadrant all are positive, second quadrant also sin is positive. So we will get one solution in third quadrant, one solution in fourth quadrant. This can be written as pi plus theta. Here pi minus theta. Don't use these two. If you use, your function will be changed. Similarly, fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant I can write 2 pi minus theta. This one 2 pi plus theta. Okay. Now it can be written as sin x is equal to minus, when sin value root 3 by 2 in table, sin 60. Now you can write in two ways. Sin x is equal to sin of, first one is what? Pi plus theta. Pi plus theta is what? Pi by 3. Now sin x is equal to sin, if you simplify 3 pi plus pi, that is nothing but 4 pi by 3. Then x is equal to 4 pi by 3. This is one of the principal solution. Now here sin x is equal to, it can be written as 2 pi minus theta. Sin of 2 pi minus theta is what? Pi by 3. Simplify. Sin x is equal to sin 6 pi minus pi, that is nothing but 5 pi by 3. Sin cancel, then x is equal to 5 pi by 3. So these are called principal solution. But I am finding general solution. In general solution, in these two, I am taking the starting value, least angle I am taking. What is the formula? If sin x is equal to sin y, that is nothing but value, then the general solution is nothing but x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into y. Here what is y? Y is called principal solution. Now I can write y can be taken as 4 pi by 3. In these two I am taking the least one. Now you can substitute. The general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into what is y value? 4 pi by 3, where n belongs to z. This is the general solution. We got two principal solution. In the two principal solution, I am taking starting one, that is called y equals to 4 pi by 3. So you can substitute this y value in this general solution formula. We will get the solution of sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Solve cos x is equal to 1 by 2. See here, cos x is positive. Cos is positive in which quadrant? Cos is positive in first quadrant. Cos is positive in fourth quadrant. This is 0. This is pi by 2. Pi, 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. Now it can be written as 2 pi plus theta. If you take 2 pi plus theta, actually this is 2 pi plus theta, but we know the principal range is 0 less than or equals to x less than 2 pi. But this value is more than 2 pi. That's why you don't take the solution here. Okay. Now I am taking in fourth quadrant. For example, if you take fourth quadrant, now what you will get? 2 pi minus theta you will get. But here already, if you take the first cycle means generally starting coming from 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. One complete cycle over. In second time revolution, it is 360 plus. But in first time if you start, it is between 0 to 90. 0 to 90, for which angle you will give 1 by 2. In table already we know cos 60 value is 1 by 2. I am taking 60. Now I can write cos x is equal to cos 60. I am taking directly. Now you will get x is equal to pi by 3. This is one of the principal solution. Similarly, I am taking cos x is equal to, this can be written as 2 pi minus theta. Now cos of 2 pi minus theta is very clear, that is pi by 3. Now cos x is equal to cos, if you cross multiply 6 pi minus pi, that is nothing but 5 pi by 3. You will get x is equal to 5 pi by 3. Therefore, principal solutions are pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. In these two, you take the least one, that is pi by 3. I am taking y. What is formula for general solution of cos x is equal to cos y? The general solution is x is equal to 2n pi plus r minus y, where n belongs to integer. In place of y I am taking pi by 3. If you substitute, then x is equal to 2n pi plus r minus pi by 3 is the general solution of cos x is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, next question. Solve tan 2x is equal to minus cot x plus pi by 3. See here, you observe the left side function is tan, the right side function is cot. We can't compare. That's why we need to make it the right side function also in terms of tan. Okay, how to write? We have, I am writing tan 90 plus theta. Why 90, sir? Already we said don't take 90, function will change. We need function change. Why? Because here cot is there, but we require tan. That's why I am writing 90 plus. Why? Because this is 0, this is 90, this is 180. 90 plus theta, it will go to which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, tan is positive or negative? Negative. That's why minus will come. For 90, function will change. Tan is changed to cot. Now, if you convert this minus cot theta in terms of tan, now left side tan will be there, right side tan will be there, you can easily find the answer. Now, that's why I can write tan 2x is equal to minus cot theta can be written as tan of pi by 2 plus theta is what here? X plus pi by 3. Now you observe both side tan is there. Now we can write 2x is equal to pi by 2 plus x plus pi by 3. Now send x this side. 2x minus x is equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 3. Now what you will get? X equals to or otherwise you can apply the general solution concept. What is tan x is equal to tan y solution? X is equal to n pi plus y you will get. So here we need to find y value separately and find here. See here, this is 90, this is 60. 90 plus 60, 150. 150 can be written as 5 pi by 6. If you know this concept, you do directly. No sir, I am unable to write radians from degrees, means you take LCM. What is LCM? 6 is LCM. 3 pi plus 2 pi, that is nothing but 5 pi by 6. This is the principal solution. Therefore, principal solution is 5 pi by 6. But in formula we are using y, that's why I am taking principal solution is y. What is formula for tan x is equal to tan y? I am writing here. If tan x is equal to tan y, then x is equal to n pi plus y, where n belongs to z. This is the formula. Now therefore, the solution is x is equal to n pi plus, we got principal solution is 5 pi by 6, where n belongs to z. This is the solution of given trigonometric equation. So dear students, I am giving some homework questions based on principal solutions. Find principal solution of the following. First one, sin x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Second one, cos x is equal to 1 by root 2. Third one, tan x is equal to minus root 3. One more, sin x is equal to